Hey YouTube, last Retro Cup team, and is the team that got me to 2825, so a nice little run considering I dropped like 2570 earlier in this cup. So up to 2025, Primeape, Furret, Dusclops, very straightforward team idea. Primeape on the lead. If you have like a good matchup, you can stay in and Rage Fist through it, or if it's like an okayish matchup, you can close combat and bail. Save 2 shields for Primeape, Furret, and Dusclops are the bulky Pokemon in the back. Dusclops, so spammy, really can provide some shield pressure, even though like it doesn't hit hard. Just the speed it comes at you, and Furret is obviously Furret. It's been doing crazy in this meta for all week. It is a safe swap, and it is just as strong as you think it was. I probably won like 60 to no, probably higher than that. I won like probably 65-70% of these games while losing the lead 80% of the time. You're gonna see jump ups, you're gonna see Dragonites, you're gonna see like just everything that I think I won like a few, but for the most part I lost every single lead with Primeape, and I still managed to come out of it because the team is very strong. So lost the lead against Dragonite, got into Furret, grabbed a shield. They eventually get into Jump Fluff here. I did shield one of their moves that was a superpower. Sorry, not Jump Fluff. Clodsire. They do Earthquake me. That's okay. Dusclops is going to come in here and just make sure I come out with some energy here. I'm going to Ice Punch just to see how much it does. I know Dusclops doesn't hit very hard, so I just want to see how hard it does. So it takes it to the yellow. That's okay. I figured it would not one-shot from that range. But now it's just probably Shadow Punch range. They do Earthquake me once. I was interested to see if I throw beforehand. I am throwing before. Probably Shadow Punch range, but I just want to make sure. Take this out. And now Blastoise comes in, and they are going way too slow here. So I'll shield up a Hydro, and now it's they spent way too long, and now they finally come Dragonite, but I'm almost at a second Rage Fist, and that is way too long to stay out. So they're just sacrificing Dragonite. So take that out with the Rage Fist and Karate Chop. Here comes the second one. Actually, I need to put Legacy on Karate Chop. Yes, Karate Chop is Legacy. And here comes a third Rage Fist now. So really putting the pressure on Blastoise with these Rage Fists. This will take it to the yellow. They're eventually going to have to throw to take me out, which is fine. Because even if they have a second move, just the absolute bulk on Dusclops is going to come out here. I do get a Shadow Punch off. This will, even if it doesn't take out, like Blastoise is bulky, I'm pretty bulky. Couple more hexes. Uh-oh, here comes a Hydro Cannon, but does not matter when you are Dusclops. Survive that. They would need to throw probably another one. So take it out there. Primeape into Jump Fluff, another lead loss. This will be a definitely I'm blanking on the word. Definitely something that happens a ton here. So safe swap into Furret. Got the Swift off. I'll be interested to see if I shield or not. I do not shield. I would say half the time in that matchup I shield, half the time I don't. And it really is you need to kind of make that determination what you think they have in the back and why they're staying in, and whether you want to just truly two shield Primeape. So that's probably why I did it. Like I just knew that I was going to probably have to two shield Primeape through this. So I just let it go. But there are times where it's like, if Jump Off staying in and it's going to throw a move, it's probably going to be an Acrobatics. You don't really stay in that long to not throw an Acrobatics. I am going to shield here. They kind of blind swapped in here. I will respect the Shadow Ball, but just going to put a lot of pressure on shields here. And this is why, like, for those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, Dusclops is not a Pokemon that fits how I normally play here. But Dusclops is going to be essentially my, I may shield and try and, put some pressure on, but Dusclops is going to have to eventually win this for me. And Dusclops is the opposite of a Pokemon that I would use. For those of you who, again, Swampert carried me for a while, and then it was like Togedemaru. I like those. I love Feraligatr now. Like, I love those sort of glacier Pokemon that charge super fast and hit super hard. And Dusclops is the exact opposite of that. It's a fast charger, but it does not hit hard, and it's just a very bulky Pokemon. But really putting a lot of pressure on like shields here and take it out there. And here comes the jump off, and I take this out because it's just so spammy. Like 9996 on the Shadow Punch and 12999 on the Ice Punch is just insane speed for the bulk you have. So there's another jump off lead, another bad lead loss out of here. Like you're gonna see so many lead losses. I'm surprised I did not switch up the lead because I truly lost like 80% of the leads. So we're gonna play this exact same way. Safe swapped into Furret, got a shield, got to move off. This one I do let go as well. It is just an aerial, so that is nice. Out comes the Clodsire again. So we'll do the same thing. We'll buff the attack. This is a pretty bad matchup overall anyways, just because it is a very bulky Clodsire and I've already been chipped here. Sludge Bomb may not take me out, so I may get a Swift off here. That's a Stone Edge. I do still live a Stone Edge. Swift off here is actually quite nice, just because now it's like maybe it's in... it's definitely in one Ice Punch range from this point, so that's nice. It's probably just... I don't want to take a second move. It's probably in Shadow Punch range for sure. Yeah, so I'm going to farm up a bit and go Shadow Punch just to take this out. And we'll see what they come in with here. They come in with the jump off, which is kind of crazy, unless they have like a Grumpig in the back. And then I may, if I'm reading that, I may shield this and play. Yeah. I was like, why would you come into a loaded Dusclops unless you probably have something in the back that also beats Primeape? And there is your Grumpig. This is just a read, right? This is knowing what the meta is and just the logic behind it. Like, why are you coming into a Dusclops with double super effective Ice Punch unless you have a Psychic Grumpig in the back? They're just going to sacrifice this. I am close to a move, but I am just going to let it go. They undercharge, I think. But that just, what the hell happened there? I think they undercharged to try and get more farm here to come out with two moves, but now they let me get to a move, and now I can shield and get to a Rage Fist here to take them out. So, go over close combat. Even I don't need a close combat. This is just being dumb, but I try to just Rage Fist this out, but close combat out just to ensure that I'm going to win that. Auroras, hey, look at that, a lead. I'll probably lose this matchup. Machamp. So I'm going to go Rage Fist first. Because if they let this go, I could just like stand. They do shield. Am I going to try and catch? I do try and catch a cross chop here, knowing that they're going to throw right before I get to my move. So catch the cross chop. That is huge. I've already grabbed a shield. Even if it's a Stone Edge, I'll probably live. As long as it's not a payback. Yeah, it is a Stone Edge. They're not going to be able to fast move me down. So I'm going to throw here. So take them out. Keep switch. So I'll be able to spam a bunch, but this thing will probably just commit to like the farm down. So I'm being very aggressive. Why am I being so aggressive? Dusknoir comes in, so it looks like the aggressiveness is going to work. So I'm already out of Rage Fist. And get to the second one here. And they throw with 1 HP. What is happening? I mean, this is definitely going to work out for me. I don't know. I honestly cannot tell you in the moment why. Usually when I'm watching all these back, I'm like, oh yeah, I did this because of this. I really do not know why I gave up switch here. I think my only thing was like Dusclops going to get farmed down there and come out with a ton of energy, put on a lot of pressure on the Primeape with like charge move, like a bunch of like weather balls. So I think that could be like the only thing I was thinking of, that I just didn't want to get farmed down and stuff. But I don't think it made a lot of sense to do that, but I don't know. Still worked out in the ending here. Let's go back to losing some leads here. Primeape into Grumpig. So, terrible lead. And this is where it gets tough. I come in here, probably stupid. Okay, Cordeli's not the best answer. Like, if they have Grumpig, they probably have an answer to Furret, because Furret's just such a hard answer to Grumpig with the sucker punches. So I'm really surprised that I came straight in here. But Dusclops is also tricky to come in, because Furret's on like 80% of teams. So if you come Dusclops, you're just asking for trouble. So let the first move go. We'll shield up the second move. Thinking I can outpace here. Why am I shielding up the second move? Trying to flip switch. I do flip switch. And they have Furret in the back. Okay, so I can align Primeape. Maybe that's why I was trying to flip switch, because I can't. Yeah, Primeape's gonna get killed by. Maybe I was reading ABB. Maybe I just knew that Primeape would get killed by Grumpig. So come in here. I have to let this go because I need to save a shield. Let this go. I gotta let this go. I gotta get off a Rage Fist. Okay, so far so good. Get off a Rage Fist. Okay, and then try and Hex and Shadow Punch your way through this matchup. We're in the ones now, so this is okay. Psywave is adding up, and a Shadow Ball would put me like within Psywave range. So there's the shield of Shadow Ball. Here comes the first Shadow Punch. I'll get a second one off. Probably not enough to take out. Is this the one where I'm pretty sure I remember this. Yeah, so they live with a couple HP. I take them to 1 HP. They Shadow Ball me, leave me with 1 HP, but the 1 turn Psywave lands before the 3 turn move, and the 1 turn Psywave lands before the 2 turn Karate Chop. Brutal. Losing with 1 HP there. All things considered. So again, I lost lead to Clodsire. Clodsire lead into Primeape. Terrible. So got into Furret. Just get hit with a Medi. And this I will talk about in my analysis video. Not analysis video. Yeah, I call it analysis video. There's an event, a GBL type event coming up this week. And Medi is one of the answers. And I was just astounded with how fast Dynamic Punch came. Because this one's Power Punch, which is kind of rough too. But Power Punch comes at a speed of 10. So very, very fast. Sorry, not Power Punch. Dynamic Punch comes at a speed of 10 with the Psycho Cuts. So very, very fast. Obviously, ate the move on the Dusclops here. So take that out. And of course, Furret's in the back. So we know what we have to do. We have to 2-shield Primeape through this. We just need to Rage Fist 4 times here. I'll be interested to see if I try and catch a move or just truly double shield and just play this out as long as I can. Because here comes the second Rage Fist. I do have 1 more shield, which I'm going to need to burn here. I am at another Rage Fist, hoping that I can just maybe outpace and stay through this. They do shield. I'm going to have to shield back. Do I just outpace here? I do outpace. They do catch a Rage Fist on Furret, so nice catch there. I mean, I don't think I had an option I had to throw, but this is like my 4th boost, so this is going to really add up here. They do get to a move, which is unfortunate. Probably enough to take me out. Nope, 1 HP. Get to the close combat. This will be enough to take out. Sucker Punch, that double resisting coming in huge there. Goodbye, Furret. Instant swap. They're down to the red. Get to the Ice Punch because it comes out insanely fast-paced. That is 4 wins against bad leads, and the loss was 1 HP. Hey, look, Dusclops, terrible lead. Oh, my opponent looks like they lagged a bit there. So, obviously, Furret, they got into the Clodsire. Clodsire seems to be a lot of teams. It makes sense. Like this matchup against Furret is not bad, especially with these Sludge Bombs doing like 50%. You spam pretty quick, and you beat Jump Bluff. Obviously, Grumpig's going to be a bit of an issue with the Sideways, but it makes sense as an answer to a lot of Pokemon. Let's see what I decide to do here. Fight for swap. Nope, going to let it go and try and get a move off. I'm still going to win switch if they let this go. So I can win switching into a mirror match, or they're going to burn a shield here. They do let it go. They show me the Dusclops. They come in here, try to resist it. They do get me down, but, you know, I did a lot of damage here, and now we're just going to have to roll the dice here, figure out what's in the back for both of us. And it is a Furret in the back, so that is nice. Let's see what I'm going to do here. I can obviously take 1 Swift. I'm surprised I did take a Swift even, though. I know Sucker Punch is very resisted, but The hexes could add up enough, and same with these resisted sucker punches. Obviously, I'll start shielding now. Going straight for the close combat now, because I think I'm only one more away from the next one. They do let it go. Add a Rage Fist. This will grab a shield because I'm already boosted. And then instant swap. Oh, they just let this go. I'm surprised I didn't shield that one, but I know I have energy on the other one too. Primeape versus Grumpig. Get out of here. I wasn't joking when I said I lost like 80% of the leads. And again, going straight into this. Toxapex. Okay, that's definitely worse answers than Toxapex. Toxapex is very bulky. And theirs does have a ton of energy. Going to a second Trailblaze, boosting my attack for a second time so that I can just basically decide if I want to Sucker Punch, shield and Sucker Punch down, which I am going to commit to this right now. Hopefully it's a Sludge Wave. It is a Sludge Wave. That actually helps significantly. 4, 5. Yeah, I'm not even going to... maybe I should have farmed a bit more there. But I'm going to take this out. No, they shield. And I'm just going to shield back knowing that I'm boosted to... Yeah, it is a brine. Shielding back. This is the one time that I am double shielding this instead of Primeape. Knowing that I'm double boosted. That this is going to start putting on pressure. Plus I lost the lead so hard, right? So they're just basically sacrificing this. Take that out. Come in here. I know they had... Yeah, I remember they had this on the lead. It was such a bad lead loss. I can live a Shadow Ball. And now I'm just going to have to rely on the speed of Hex Shadow Punch here. So here comes the first Shadow Punch. It does. They do shield. Can I get to the next one before they get to move? Yep, I sure can. And just putting a ton of pressure on them as the Psychic Pokemon. Take them out. And now they take me out. But I now have my Primeape and they top left. So again, losing leads, winning matchups. Another Grumpig. I think I underestimated 80% lead losses here. Again, just going safe swap here. They're slow on the get. I mean, I sort of get it. Psywave is still adding up. They live a Swift, and they have a super effective Dynamic Punch. So I get like the inclination to stay in. I don't think it's the right one. So they grabbed a shield from me and eventually came into Furret here. One Swift won't take out, so I'm probably going to get a couple Swifts off on them. So here comes the first. And because our switch timers are so desynced, yeah, that's actually pretty smart. Our switch timers are so desynced because they stayed in and I threw move, they threw move. I now get the full farm down and come out with 2 Rage Fists. So if this Grumpig comes in, it's coming into 2 Rage Fists and they're going to have to back-to-back shields or they're going to be taken out because I did a lot of damage. So there's one. Here comes the second one. So this will grab the second shield or take them out. They let me take both here. They do sidewave me down, barely. Furret has enough, yeah, that this is going to force a shield from them. I've already dropped the Furret, so I don't need the Dusclops to worry about the Furret. They do take me out. What's in the back? Aurorus. Aurorus with Meteor Beam can be scary. It's a little bait dependent. I know one Meteor Beam won't take me out, but if they Meteor Beam me, then they will be able to just Weather Ball me. I believe I call it. I let this go. I do let it go. It is just a Weather Ball. Here comes another Weather Ball, though, and I'm just like, I can live it, but it'll put me pretty close to being taken out here. And now you're just these 3-3-3-2 here really coming into play. So take this out with a third punch, and then I can Hex down. So can I recommend this team? I did end up switching this team. I won't know. So what happened? So I lost 80% of the leads and won 70% of the games. So I ran up 125 plus ELO to 2025. I then dropped a bit because same thing. I started seeing more weird core breakers like Medi. Like Medi on the lead was very tough. I had Medi on the lead where I would lose that one, and then I had like a Dynamic Punch for Furret. So it was kind of a weird one there. And then they had answers from a backline. So I dropped down to like 2760 something, like 2763, and then I switched the team. I tried a bunch of teams and it just did not work, and then I dropped back down to like 2725, and now I'm back up to like 2760 something with another team. So I'll play that team for one more time today, but I'll probably only play 4 sets today and then bank one for tomorrow to do 6 Great League tomorrows. So that's the plan. But yeah, if you're going to use this, just be wary. Primeape loses a lot of stuff in this meta, right? There's a bunch of confusion users. I saw a couple more double confusion, like Oranguru, Giraffe Rig teams. I saw a couple of double confusion user teams. You have all the ghosts. You have the Primeape. Sorry, not Primeape. Jumpluff. You have Grumpig. You have, I saw a few Dragonates coming out. So a lot of things beat Primeape. And I think I just saw too many. And then I think I tried this team with like something else on the lead, but you really kind of need something for Furret, because Furret is also everywhere. So just keep that in mind if you're going to use that. Anyways, that is it. I'll do some top Great League teams tomorrow morning. And then I already shot this other one for tomorrow afternoon, which is the, as it's 11:23 at night here. It's a GBL week. So there's a full 100 matches per day week, but there's also an event that coincides with like good Pokemon that you also get legacy moves like Primeape. You can get Rage Fist, and it's out there, and Lapras is out there where you can get Ice Beam and raids, and you can get a bunch of these Pokemon. So yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.